Some truths hit harder when they're stripped of noise, when it's just one man speaking to another, without the performance, without the mask. So listen, really listen, because this isn't for the crowd. It's for you. Most men are moving through life with their eyes on the show. They're chasing the kind of love that screams loud, the sparks, the tension, the roller coaster ride that keeps them guessing. They want the rush, the thrill, the kind that makes for a good story. But here's the secret nobody tells you. The loud kind rarely lasts. It burns fast, and it burns out just as quick. It's the quiet kind that stays. It's the kind that slips in without fanfare, that doesn't need the spotlight to shine. And it's the kind of love most men miss, because they're looking for fireworks instead of warmth. A woman who loves you silently, deeply, will show you in ways that don't always register at first. She won't need to make an announcement. Her energy shifts, her attention sharpens, and suddenly, you find her doing things that feel so natural, you might overlook them until one day you realize, this isn't just affection. This is devotion. It's not the kind of love you perform for social media or show off to your friends. It's the kind that settles in your bones. It calms you. It realigns you. But the thing is, you've got to be present enough to notice it. You've got to stop waiting for the dramatic gestures and start feeling the quiet ones. Because when she loves you like that, when her soul chooses you without saying a word, it's not random, it's rare. And if you're lucky enough to find it, you better recognize it before you lose it chasing noise that was never real in the first place. When a woman truly loves you, she starts choosing peace over pride. And if you're paying attention, you'll see it in the quietest moments. You might be used to the kind of arguments where words fly like knives, and nobody backs down till someone walks out or breaks down. That's not what love looks like. That's ego in motion. But a woman who feels safe with you, who trusts what you two are building, will begin to shift. She won't be out to win anymore, she'll be out to understand. That doesn't mean she won't feel anger or hurt, but instead of lashing out, she'll pause. She'll take a breath and consider what matters more, the fight or the future. And you'll notice it in subtle ways. When she lowers her voice instead of raising it. When she lets go of something petty just to hold on to something precious. That's not giving up. That's choosing you. That's maturity wrapped in love. She's not avoiding conflict because she's afraid. She's choosing connection over control. She's saying, I want us more than I want to be right. That kind of woman is rare, man. You'll feel her calm before you see it. You'll sense her restraint and realize it's not weakness, it's power. It's someone who values the peace of the relationship more than the satisfaction of a temporary win. That moment she walks away from a useless argument instead of dragging you deeper into it, that's not distance. That's discipline. She's not backing down from love. She's stepping up for it in the most grown, graceful way. And most guys don't even see it happening. But if you do, don't take it for granted. Because peace doesn't shout, it whispers. And when she starts whispering love like that, she's already in deep. There's something beautiful, almost sacred, about the way a woman begins to give when she loves you for real. It's not flashy. It's not performative. It's quiet, consistent, and rooted in something deeper than obligation. Most people, let's be honest, give with strings attached. They keep score. I did this, so now you owe me that. They give to feel appreciated, to feel powerful, or to secure a return. But when a woman is truly in love, she lets go of that mindset completely. She starts giving from a place that doesn't need validation. She starts thinking about what you need, even when you don't say it. She notices the weight in your shoulders, the tired look in your eyes, the silence that says more than words ever could, and she responds. She'll bring you food without asking what you want. She'll check in when the world gets too loud. She'll become a soft landing for you, not because you asked for one, but because her love for you becomes intertwined with your well-being. And she's not doing it to be praised. She won't say, "Look what I did for you." She just does it silently, steadily. That's not her being passive, that's her being present in the purest way. And over time, you'll feel it. You'll start to see that she's showing up in ways no one else ever has. Her energy becomes something you lean on, something that holds you up when you didn't even realize you were falling. That's not convenience, that's love. That's someone saying, "I'm here," with words, but with presence. When she gives like that, without ever asking for a receipt, you're not just her partner, you've become her person. And once a woman decides you're her person, she'll pour into you until you're full, even when she's running low herself. One of the most powerful, humbling things a man can ever experience is when a woman begins to show him the parts of herself that she hides from everyone else. You see, most women walk through life wearing a kind of armor. They show strength, confidence, humor, beauty. They know how to play the roles expected of them, not because they're fake, but because life teaches them to protect themselves. To survive, they learn to filter. But when a woman truly trusts you, when she loves you in a way that sinks past her surface, she begins to shed those layers, not out of weakness, but out of safety. She lets you see the tear she hides from the world, the doubts, the childhood wounds, the insecurities she never dares say out loud. And she doesn't present them as a test. She offers them because you've become something more than just a lover. You've become a sanctuary. She's not trying to burden you. She's letting you in because the walls she spent years building suddenly don't make sense with you. And you'll notice it won't be loud or dramatic. Maybe it's a night she breaks down over something small. Maybe it's a story she tells you with trembling lips. Maybe it's just silence, where you feel her vulnerability without her saying a word. And you'll realize she's not looking for a fix. She's not asking you to solve anything. She just wants to be seen in her truth, unfiltered. That's not a moment to run from. That's a moment to rise for. Because when she shows you her soul without the mask, you've been given a gift. A glimpse into the version of her no one else gets. And if you hold her in that space, gently and without judgment, you'll never need to question whether she loves you, because she just showed you everything. There's a moment in love that's so subtle most men miss it. It's not when she says, "I love you," or when she holds your hand in public. It's when she starts including you in her future without needing to ask. She doesn't sit you down and ask if it's okay. She doesn't beg for confirmation. She just starts saying "we" instead of "I," and it slips out like second nature. She'll talk about that city she wants to move to and mention how you'd love the neighborhood. She'll show you pictures of a home and say, "This kitchen would be perfect for us." No pressure, no plan B, just quiet certainty. And that, right there, is love making space. She doesn't do that with every guy. Women don't build futures with men who feel temporary. They don't imagine holidays, road trips, or family dinners with someone they're unsure of. If she's weaving you into her long-term vision, it's because in her heart, you've already become part of her foundation. And it's not about fantasy or control, it's about alignment. It's about how, in her mind, she's no longer walking this life alone. She's counting you in, not because she needs you, but because she wants you there. That kind of inclusion is rare. It's not a tactic. It's not a trap. It's her way of saying, "You belong with me," without needing permission or reassurance. It's deep, instinctive, and sincere, and most men overlook it because they're waiting for grand gestures or spoken vows. But the real vow is when she starts talking about tomorrow like you're already in it. So pay attention to the subtle ways she includes you, because in those quiet mentions of us and we, she's telling you something louder than words ever could. You're home to her now.